Welcome back to 65. Yesterday, made a couple gameplay mistakes as far as combat goes. Hope to have that fixed today. It's amazing what you forget how to play when you play a lot of different games. But today I think I got it sorted. Other thing I sorted was the camera was upside down. So every time I was showing people something, I thought I thought it was upside right, for example, this card. But looks like everything was upside down. So hopefully today everything is upside right. That's the hope. One less check of the camera, so we should be good. What I've done is I've set up my communist forces, the NVA, are over here, and the Americans for scenario 2 are pushing this way towards the village. And every unit we eliminate is worth 2 victory points at the end of 2 turns. I need to have 15 victory points to win. So we'll see how that goes. They are all deployed adjacent to B1. I deployed nobody in the half hexes. I'm not going to play the half hexes that are not labeled. They're not labeled. I got half hexes down here that are labeled, so I would play those, but the ones up top are not. So I'm just going to skip those. With that in mind, I drew my 4 cards, and I'm going to draw 1 card to see who goes first. I have 6 mystery markers on the map board. I draw, my card is a 9. That means the NVA troops will go first. Now, you cannot see the cards I draw, so you know, need be, I'll just pull one up. So like I drew this one and threw it on the floor. Black triangle, red square. So first I'm going to look to see if I have any black triangles. I do not, but I have 1 red square. This gives a move. All right, great. So out of the gate, this guy wants to move potentially, and it says for the move, it's going to move enemy brash. Well, he's a go-getter. So on this chart here that you can't read upside down, it's broken into cautious, brash, and it has 3 columns: objective, enemy, support. And this guy said what? Enemy brash. So I'm going to be enemy brash. Advance toward nearest enemy. If there are multiple enemies, randomly determine toward which to move. So I think this is the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could be equal, right? Because once I get here, it's 6 either way. But he's got to go this way. So it says, use fastest means to arrive at hex, enter hex, initiate assault combat. If not assault capable, stop and train nearest the enemy that provides a positive cover factor. If unable to reach enemy, halt in the closest possible hex to the enemy. Well, let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're both 6. 1, 2, or 3 will be this one up here. Alright, so he's going to try to move towards this enemy. So to me, the closest hex would be, since it's up that way, would be this one. And I could come down to here. Either way, it's closer, but I don't know, I thought that would matter. Alright, so he moved. Now, he's in the open. Well, see there, that makes a difference because if I move down, I'm in not line of sight. I would not be in a line of sight. The hex of jungle blocks vision. So we'll just put him here. So technically, he's still in cover. He's not being revealed. He has, these have 2 movement points. So there's not enough movement points to get into the jungle, but he can move 1 more. So in a way, I am moving closer towards that unit. And I've got jungle on either side of the spine, so line of sight blocked. So he's still not in the open. Alright, we'll go with that. I can deal with that. So he gets marked, moved. Alright. America goes. I have a let's get them. I can move eligible leg units that are next to each other. Unexpected cover, fire and move, light wounds, reload and fire, and a light wounds, reload and fire. Not bad. That will save me, I think, because I'm going to play let's get them. Move all eligible leg units in 2 hexes that begin the impulse within 2 hexes of each other. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to move I'm going to move these 2. I don't know. We're going to move, let's see, because I got a rifle there. A marker that I don't need. Had a rifle here. Those are 2 rifles. I got 2 heroes here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're going to play Let's Go Get 'Em. I'm going to move these guys first. So 2 to move into the jungle here. And 1 movement point to go here to down the road, but still be in the jungle for some protection, light protection. But they move 2 hexes. I got to check for opportunity fire. I have a couple units that could opportunity fire. This is the closest one. I'm going to draw and see if he op fires. And no, I drew his card and it said bravery, so he will not opportunity fire. These guys get marked with a moved. They're good. If I was moving more, then I could draw again to see if someone would shoot at him, but they're not going to. Now this guy up here is going to move. Now he has an M60. They only have 2 movement points, so 1, 2, and he's he's in cover. So this guy can't shoot through the jungle to get at him. So he will get marked with move. There you go, moving very fast. Okay, communist forces. I drew a black circle. I have 1 black circle on the board. Yeah, we're good. I was checking something. Yeah, I'm good. All right, a black circle. Oh, what does he do? It says fire. Now, I do have someone here he can shoot at. Now, it does say for fire nearest. Well, that's the nearest one anyway. They're in cover. So it says 0 hits for cover. So good, he's safe. I will mark him with fired because he fired. But he's not revealed, so he's okay. Alrighty. America, draw me a card. I drew Bulletstorm and move. Oh, except I've moved. I got no one that can shoot. I have light wound. I have a move. I have a move and fire. I'm gonna use my move and fire. Since these guys can't opportunity fire, none of these can shoot. This one unit up here should be able to move. Well, it's okay. It has an M60. It only has 2 movement points. So if I move, it takes 2 to enter a jungle. That's as far as I can go. They're not coming up very fast. So he gets marked with moved. Communist forces. Another black circle. No black circles. That's a pass for the communist forces. America draws 1 in turn. First of 2. 2 to end the turn. I draw another card so I can be refreshed my 4 cards in my hand. I got Bloodlust. Alright. Bloodlust. I don't have anybody who's shaken. Bloodlust lets you rally someone and they don't have to put ops complete on them. I do have I like Bulletstorm, but I gotta move. I'm gonna move this unit. It's 2 rifles. They have 3 movement points. They're gonna move here. 1, 2, up into the jungle. That's not much, but all those troops are moved. Communist forces. Red circle. No red circles. No black triangles. So they pass. America draws a card. We drew a move and fire. I have no one to do anything. So what I'll do, because all my units are done, I would need to pass. I will pass because we're done. In a normal game where you would have like 2 player, you kind of go back and forth until everyone's had a chance to do something. But I'm done. So I didn't draw a card really that will let me do anything. So we'll end a turn. I'm going to advance my turn tracker to 2. I'm just using an 8-sided die. So I'm on 2. And one thing I have to do, there's a reserve move phase, but I have no units that can reserve move. So I'm going to pick 1 card to keep. I'm going to keep that Bloodlust because I like being able to rally stuff and not have to put ops complete. Then I can remove all of these moved and fire and ops complete. These are just all moved and fire. Okay, those are off the board. Then I draw 4 cards. 1. Well, I draw 3 up to 4. So I'm now officially up to 4 cards. And we'll check for initiative. So I draw a card. It's an end turn. And that's the second end turn. So I advanced my tracker. That's a nice way to end a turn. Yeah. Okay. So basically kind of a rest period went by. Just the nature of the game sometimes. So that's kind of weird that it worked out that way. But that works out that way. Because if you have like if you and your opponent each pass, which is what I would have done here, that's an advanced turn like we just did. Plus every end turn, every 2 end turns is the end of a turn. I just drew an end turn determining initiative. Well, by the way, America gets the initiative. It's the end turn. Because I just drew cards, I'm not going to I got to discard these. It's in turn. So actually that's in my favor. That's actually in my favor. I'm going to keep, like I said, I'm going to keep the Bloodlust card and discard all of these. Here's why this is actually not too bad, to my advantage. Technically I should do the reserve first. So I'm going to reserve move. If they're within 3 hexes of an enemy, they get 2 movement points. If they're outside 3 hexes of an enemy, they get 3 movement points. This guy gets 2 movement points. Boom. Because he's within 3 hexes of the enemy. They're outside 3, so he's going to get 3 movement points. 1, 2, 3. And this guy would get 3 because he's outside 3 of the enemy. 1, 2. They're going to move. Right there. Bam. So basically, you could narratively pretend that at night, American forces moved up. There we go. Alright, great. So now I draw 3 cards. So I'm back up to 4. During that, yay, I drew an end turn. So I'm 1 card into the next series of 2 to end a turn. It's going quick. I have my 4. I draw a card to see who gets initiative. It's 3. That's less than the number of mystery markers, so America will go. Now, I'm going to check something here real quick. Opportunity fire. I know it says if you move next to an enemy, you check for opportunity fire. If you move 2 hexes, check for opportunity fire. I'm going to check to see we're starting the game next to each other because reserve move doesn't trigger anything. So I'm just curious though, just real fast on that. Alright, I'm glad I double checked that because reserve move I did that a little bit off. They don't get 3 movement points. They get 3 movement points if they're a vehicle. If it's a leg unit, they get 2 movement points. So technically, I'd have to back these up. Gotta back them up. Because he was, where was he? He was in the jungle, right? Because I moved. Yep. Now, black, they were here, I think. See, because I messed up because I was thinking something else, right? I remember where I was. I think they were here because they had moved. I forgot where they were exactly. And I think they were here. Yeah, that's important because it says if you're within 3, you can move. Oh, he was already here. They've been shot at once. So if you're within 3 hexes of an enemy, you get to move. You get 1 movement point. So I can move 1. Outside of 3, a leg unit gets 2 movement points. So I mean, I can move him up, and then I can move them to the jungle. And I think that's where I should be. So I kind of messed that up. But I was right though that if you're in reserve move and you move adjacent, it doesn't trigger anything because you can't play any cards or do anything during the reserve. So you could have had your cool narrative of American troops sneaking up at night, but the reserve phase, you don't move as much as what I first thought. Well, there it is. Now, I had I drew my cards because I was pretty much starting a new turn and I was double checking that, and well, I messed that up. But it is the Americans' go, and they are not as far forward as I had originally hoped. That's fine. But I have fast move, reinforcements. Well, I'm going to do reinforcements on glancing shot because that's for a vehicle, but it says I can now draw a card. It doesn't count as an action. So I drew a fire and a move. I'm going to keep that. Actually, this unit is actually in the open here because I did move somebody down here. I think I did move this guy during the reserve 3, didn't I? So he should be there. And because I did move him down, yeah, because I think I was shifting people down. This is now in the open. That is now a revealed unit. I moved that 1 unit down. That's revealed to be a rifle unit. Why is that important, you ask? Because I'm going to shoot at it. Now, they did move out of cover, so they're going to have to just take that. So I'm going to play a fire card. Play this card with an eligible unit or group of units. So the group of units will be this 2 right here. That gives them firepower 4. They're in the open, so there's no modifiers. And it's 3 away, so they don't get a +1. Now here's the thing. When you fire with a group of units, one of them is going to get marked Ops Complete, which is the primary one that you designate, and the other guy just gets marked with a regular fired. So I got 4. So I draw 1 card. It's a green hit, so automatically already he's shaken. Second card is another green hit, so he is shaken and reduced. Third green hit. That unit is eliminated. And that came out earlier because the AI said he was going to be a brash enemy. So he was running towards the enemy. All right, well, he got shot down for it. And these guys, the main firer gets Ops Complete. The secondary additional firer guy gets a fire marker. All right, Americans are done. I draw the Communist card, which is a red triangle. I have no red triangles on the map board, so that's a pass. The American player draws a fast move rally. I'm going to do a fast move. I'm going to do a fast move on Black's unit. That will give my... I move as fast as my slowest guys. That's going to give my M60 3 movement points. So 1, 2, 3. 3 to move to the jungle, which gives me some firing options. And then potential to pop here up to the building. You know what? I'm going to change that. We're going to go... Where was I? I said fast move, right? I did. Yeah, let's do it. Alright. So they're done. They get moved. Okay, I draw for the Communist. Red triangles. None. That's a pass. Draw for the American. I get another fast move and a rally. I'm going to play the fast move on this group of people. 1, 2, 3. Now, one thing I should have done, I actually should check for opportunity fire first with this group here, because they move 2 hexes, right? 1, 2. They can get shot at by this guy down here, potentially. And he did. He drew an op fire. So let's resolve that op fire, and then I'll move my soldiers here. And then they might trigger op fire. So he does get op fire. So let's see. We draw the new card for the fire result. It's almost as if he's been activated. And because they're... well, it's op fire. So it says they're in cover. They get 2 hits. And they're revealed. So let's draw. Again, you can't see. So this is blank. No green. And a yellow hit. Alright, so no casualties up here. But he does get revealed, because it said it was a op fire reveal. So I'm going to keep this here, and we're going to draw and see what was revealed. Another rifle unit. Okay, and they get marked with fired because they fired, they just didn't hit anything. I played my fast move, 1, 2, 3. So they'll get a move, so I don't forget. And I'm going to check. Potentially, right here. Now, this is tough. Let me find the black line, because it says the silhouette of a building will block line of sight, not the hex. So I'm trying to get this right there. It's so close. I'll give it to him, because it's not touching. I mean, it's not touching by like a couple millimeters, but that's technically enough to hit. So we're going to draw, and the random event here is scenario designated event. So no opportunity fire there. Alright, so they don't op fire. Okay, now it's just standard communist activation. Green triangles. I have 2 green triangles. I'm going to keep this on the board to remind me that 2 green triangles have activated. I think these are equal distance. So I'm going to activate this one. And it says it's a random event. So I draw. Random event is op fire. It can't shoot at anything. So it's done. Then, because I had to do the other green triangle, it drew a defensive, and it's fire. With nothing to shoot. So he's done. That's a pass for them. Yeah, it's easy. When the mystery markers don't do anything, they just kind of sit. That's fine. They don't want to expose themselves to the enemy. Drew a fast move and a rally. Oh, well, rally. Nobody's hurt. I'm going to play fast move. Play a fast move on these. I'm going to move these guys. 1, 2. So I'm just trying to maybe start moving, pushing a little bit this way. And no line of sight, so nobody can op fire. No need to check op fire if they can't hit. So mark them with a moved. Okay, Vietnamese forces. Black triangle, black circle. I have none of those on the board, so that'd be a pass. Now it's a pass. That means, excuse me, that's the end of a turn. I advance my turn marker. I don't have to shuffle cards because I still have an end turn still in my deck. I don't have to shuffle the NVA card, the AI card, because it's not run out. It only shuffles when it runs out. I need to discard 2 cards. I'm going to keep the fire card that I have. Fire card, because it has a power. Maybe that will be helpful. Then you clear. There goes rid of the ops complete. Fired. Move, move, move. See, we're already on turn 4, so, you know, game's moving along pretty good. I think. Then I draw my 4 card. Well, my units were done, so there was no reserve move. I draw my 3 cards. I drew my end turn. Okay, so again, I'm in that situation where in the middle of doing stuff, I drew my second end turn. So again, no shooting, but potential for movement. I advanced my tracker to turn 5. Now, outside of 3, 1, 2, 3. So they are outside of 3 hexes of the enemy. They get 2 movement points. I'm going to move this group. 1, 2. So they're now on north side of the building, out of line of sight. I'm going to move them here. 2 movement points, 2 movement points, and a movement point. So they've all moved forward. That's the only nice thing about this particular situation, is the fact that I got the reserve phase. I also had to discard, I get to keep 1 card. I was in the middle of drawing cards, so well, I'll still keep my fire. Alright, well, there's those. Alright, so what does that mean? Well, since that was the 4th draw turn, I actually get to shuffle the deck now. So after you get your 4th, used up all the end turn cards. I think there was a rule I read where you can make the game easier just playing with 3 of these things. I don't know. I think that would make it easier in the solo, because you'd have to cycle a lot more cards to get to 3. That's all right though. We're playing this way. All right, I've randomly put in the end turn, and now I'm going to shuffle the deck. First deck shuffle of the game, and we're only at turn 5. I've done some movement. We haven't done much fighting though. Alright, there's a couple shuffles. I'm going to keep my 3 cards. 1, moving fire. Bullet Storm. Bullet Storm. Nice. So I'm gonna, oops, set this up here. Draw to see who goes initiative. I drew 3, so it's less than the mystery marker. So America goes first. I can do a move and fire. I get half movement points, and that's not enough to move into the building and take advantage of cover. So I'm going to move. I'm actually going to do a fast move on this group here. 1, 2, 3. 3 movement points because that's what the M60 gets. 2 to move into the building, so that's 3. This is the closest unit. We're going to check to see if he op fires. No op fire because the random event was not op fire. So they get marked with moved. Okay, communists go. Black circles are activated. I have a black circle. I have a black circle. Only one. And it says fire. I have a lot of targets. So it says fire at lowest cover factor. That's this guy. They're kind of equal, but I think he's closer. He's got less cover, and he's just in cover. And it says 0 and reveal. And he's revealed. So he just gets a fire, and he didn't hurt anybody. America. I draw a card. I draw my intern. Nice, alright. I got punishing fire. Fire a single eligible unit only. Fire twice. Canister shot. I don't really like punishing fire until I've lost some people. That's not really needed. But I'm going to fire. I am going to fire, though. I'm going to fire with a power this unit because they have a 40mm grenade launcher. 40mm out to 3 hexes gets a +1 HEF. So I'm going to do the fire. So the way that works, this is where I messed up last time. You add all the HEF. So you take one unit as the primary firer, and you get to add all the modifiers to him. And then everybody else just adds their base modifier. Unless they're at a range to where they get a penalty, and it would drop their HEF to 0. So like sometimes a hero unit has a HEF of 1, and if you shoot at range 3, they can't add their fire because that's like their pistol or something. But these guys are good. So I get 3 for this unit with his special power, add 2, that's 5 total. Subtract 2 for the jungle, I'm drawing 3 cards. First card I got is a green hit. That will shake the unit. Shake. Second card I draw is blank. Third card I draw is another green hit. So now I get to reduce the unit. Recycle, reduce, reuse. The primary firer gets marked ops complete. The people who just add get a fired. They're done. Communist forces. I got a black circle, green triangle. I have 2 green triangles. This triangle, I think is, this one's probably, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is closest, so I'm going to activate that green triangle. It says, oh, it's a fire. So it cannot fire because there's a building. This guy's in a building. That building is in the way. But look here, it can shoot here. He's going to shoot beyond the building and into the jungle. So he fires into cover. It's a 0, but it is a reveal. Reveal party. What do we got? It's a baby rifleman. All right, congratulations. And they're now revealed. That one gets marked fired. The other green unit gets a card. Defensive is also a fire, but can he shoot anything? No. Well, gotta do this very steady. From black dot to black dot, technically. Alright, so my goodness. That is hitting the silhouette just barely. So I'll claim cover. Yes. It's like clipping just right through the edge of the building. So there's enough building that these people are all hiding. So that's a pass. There's nothing they can do. Well, he did, but it didn't do any good. All right, draw for the American. Got a fire move. Yeah, we want to move because I'm trying to move some people up. I'm going to move this group up. 1, 2. They're all now in heavy cover. He's close enough to do opportunity fire. So let's see. Does he op fire? Nope. Nope. He got a confusion. So no op fire. He's not confused. He didn't want to get shot at potentially. Okay, Americans draw. Only got one group of people. Move and a fire. Well, it's a move or fire. They're going to move because I'm trying to come north and take advantage of this cover. So we're going to move. They have 3 movement points. We're just going to move up here. It's not much of a move, but I'm still in cover. And this guy, because he's revealed, the cover will make a difference. I've found that because the cards are random, sometimes it really doesn't matter if you're in cover. I've drawn it where I was in heavy cover and still had to draw 3 cards for damage. But if I was in that heavy cover and had just a regular rifle unit, I'm much, much more protected. So we're going to stay in cover until more of these get revealed. All right. So we're moving cautious. Okay, and then the NVA gets a black triangle. I have no black triangle, so that is a pass. And then America will pass. I would draw a card, and I pass, so that means at the end of the turn, I'm going to keep my 1 fire card. I have a fire with a power option. I'm going to discard those. Then we do reserve move. I got none, so I'm going to take all of these off. Hello, these. And take that one. Yeah, he stays shaken. He stays shaken. And he's revealed. All right. Then we'll draw some cards and get ready for the next turn. Now, what I've done is I've cleared the board, drew my cards, advanced my turn tracker, turn 6. I'm going to draw 1 card to see who gets initiative. It's a 5. Well, actually, this time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the NVA player because we eliminated 1 mystery marker, so that put 5 on the board instead of 6. So NVA goes first, draws a black circle down here. He was shaken. That's my only black circle, so he goes to ops complete. So he's rallied. That's how that works. America goes. I have a rally, second wind. I don't need that right yet. Excuse me. Command ops, a bullet storm. Oh, yeah, I got bullet storm and a fire move. And this is where I can start laying on the pain. Now, I could do a fire and a bullet storm and try to eliminate this guy. But I got a guy in cover right here. And I want to take advantage of close range. And Dixon, or this guy even, being able to shoot. In fact, what we'll do is we'll activate Dixon. Because Dixon has a power that says I can take 1 unit from an adjacent hex, if you will. Well, I'm going to say that because I can shoot over here. Or here. Oh, so many choices. We're going to shoot here. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to do a fire to activate these guys. Specifically the M60. The M60 is +1 for the range, 2 hexes away, and a bullet storm is +1. So that makes the M60 alone is 4 HEF. Add 2 for the rifle, so I'm now up to 6. Add 1 for Dixon, I'm now up up to 7. 7 minus 1 for the building is 6 potential hits. I want to wipe this guy out in one big, burst of activity. Oh, you know what I should have done? Actually, let's make the rifle team because it has a power. It was a fire with a power. So if I do the fire with the power, it's 1 for the gun, or 1 for this 40 millimeter, 1 for range. That's 2 right there. Bullet storm is 5. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And then 7 cards with -1. That's actually better firepower. So I got 7 cards to draw. First I draw an end turn. Now, before I end turn, I get to resolve all the combat. So that's 1 hit. That's card number 2 of 7. So this gets revealed. Not looking good for the Americans. We pushed up, just didn't push up well. Oh, good, it's Sappers though. Let's take them out. Now the Sappers also get a shaken because that hit revealed and shook them. So I'm 2 cards into my 7. 3 cards into 7 is a yellow hit. 4 cards into 7 is a red hit. 5 cards into 7 is finally another green hit. So he is reduced. I don't have panic, I don't think. No, I do not. 6 cards into 7 is blank. 7 out of 7 is a green hit. So I needed all that firepower to take that unit from good all the way down through the levels there. But that's another communist unit out of the game, and another mystery marker off the board. So the rifle unit gets ops complete because that's what we built around. The M60 and Dixon supported, so they get marked fired. Alright, NVA is now behind. NVA, draw a card, and it will activate excuse me, green triangles and a green circle. This activates everything on the board. I think, well, who's closest? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll start down here because it's closest. I'm going to keep this card out to remind me that everybody's active. Defensive move. It is a move of enemy brash, which is pretty much straight up. And mystery markers get 2 movement points. So advance nearest enemy. Yeah, because enemy brash, it says just move. Alright, so first they move into the open with 1 point. They get revealed because they're now in the open. If they had moved to cover, they'd be fine. We reveal another rifle unit. This rifle, well, they're making my job easier. Excuse me. Allergies are killing me today. I don't have a fire, so I can't opportunity fire. So they move 1 more. NVA is now charging, and I gotta put them as revealed. Alright. Draw 2 cards for the Americans. Oh. You know what? You know what I said? I mentioned it. I had finished the combat result, and I forgot that was an end turn. That was my second end turn. Remember I said I got to resolve combat and then do my end turn? I'll leave him right there because that wouldn't have affected the card or what happened next. Technically, it affects what happens to the Americans and what they do. Yeah, I'm going to keep Rally and discard the other one. Yeah, because when the turn is over, I have reserve move. I don't need to move this guy. He's within 3, and he'd only get 1 movement point. He's got nowhere to go. This guy gets 2 movement points. So remember, I'm trying to use this house come around. So I'm going to move them up. 1, 2. They don't get opportunity fire against them because it's reserve move. They're not moving because he's within 3. He'd only get 2 movement points. I couldn't move into the house with 2 movement points. So we're just going to stay. And I'm going to take my markers off. Markers come off. That's done. I advance it. This is actually turn 7 now. Then I would draw 3 cards. And none of them are an end turn, thankfully. Draw 1 card to determine initiative. It's a miss. Miss is less than a number. America gets it. So I guess technically, this guy would move back because America got to go first, which means he wasn't revealed. So I'm going to put his card back where it was. Well, that makes a difference because since America got initiative, right? If I do a fire or something like that, I still don't know what that is. That's a mystery marker, so I have to modify what I do. Which sucks because I don't have anything good. So I'm going to get rid of a light wounds and reinforcements. Play this, get a new card. It doesn't count as an action. And it's a fire move. Oh, brilliant. So I'm going to do a fire move. Since that was a reset of a turn, we can shoot down here. 1, 2, 3. Now check this out. They're right at range 3. I can fire my 40mm grenade launcher down here. Dixon doesn't get to contribute to the combat. This guy can do his 40mm as well. I think this is who did this originally. Let's do them again. So they're going to play their fire with their power, use the 40mm, add in the extra guy shooting, so it's 3, 4, 5. Subtract 2 for the jungle. That's only 3 cards. I get a green hit. So that would shake him. He rallied earlier last turn when he was activated. And 2 is a red hit, and third card is a yellow hit. So he got shaken. He just needs to get hit one more time. Primary firer gets the ops complete. Supporting fire gets a fired. Communist forces now. So this changes the game. Yeah, because to be fair, I got rid of the, well, what was it? I drew the green circle. I'll do those now. Because in a way that could change how you play. But now we're here. Now it's the move. And we know that this guy's move was the brash. So we'll move him up. Now, because I kind of went back in time just to fix that oops that I had forgot to advance the turn, I'll draw a different unit. Oh, and it happens to be sappers this time. So instead of a rifle unit, I got sappers. And they move up. Now, because they moved out and got revealed, I still don't have a fire. So really, the only thing that kind of changed here was this unit, instead of being a revealed rifle unit here, it's actually a revealed sapper unit. And they did their stuff. All right, so he's revealed and he is moved. Then America draws a card. They draw a fire move. This is a fire move, but without a power. That's a bummer. So I'm going to activate this unit here with Dixon. I'm going to nominate. Well, since it doesn't have a fire, it really doesn't matter. So I'll nominate the M60 to fire. So it'll be 2, 4, 5. That's all it is. Nothing, no additional stuff. Oh, but it's short range. So it's going to be 6. It's six cards to draw on a unit in the open. Let's see what I can do. Card 1 of 6 is an end turn. I got to draw one more to end the turn. And it's a miss. Card 2 of 6 is a miss. Card 3 of 6 is a yellow hit. That's a miss. Card 4 of 6 is a miss. Card 5 of 6 is a miss. Card 6 of 6 is a red hit. That's 6 shots. They all missed this guy out in the open. That's great. Okay, communist forces go. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the green triangles. Oh my gosh! I'm just so excited to play for you guys that I'm totally missing out on, folks. So to be fair, remember it was a green circle and 2 green triangles. This card didn't activate anybody. So what I'll do is I'm going to... although I screwed that up, I'm having a real hard time just because I'm so excited to play this with you guys that I'm not keeping track and being fair. I'm totally cheating. Well, I'll activate them. So we'll say this guy's close. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we'll say he's closest. So he was going to have... His order was a fire anyway. And this is the closest unit. And heavy cover is 0 hits. This guy, so he gets a fire. He's not revealed. He had defense. He also was fire. And it says... Well, it said to go to nearest, but that's the nearest because that one's blocked. So they both get to shoot at him. Heavy cover is 1. All right, so at least this is a shot for them to do something. Oh, and he drew a green hit. So I drew 6 on a guy in the open, nothing, but I draw 1 on some people in heavy cover, and they get... I have to determine where 1 hit goes. You can't attack a hero until all the supporting units are gone. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a random determination that I have here. So he's going to get the shaken, and they're in good order. And he's already revealed, so I don't have to reveal him. So good shooting, Tex. Now that was finishing the actions of them, so we'll say this was originally their turn, and it was going to activate a green triangle or red circle, which I have none. And then I draw Bloodlust and Fast Move. Rally eligible unit, but do not place ops complete. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to rally him and don't place ops complete because I want to use him later. So that card is done. Communist Forces draw a card. They draw a red triangle. I have no red triangles, so that is a pass for them. Draw for the Americans. Panic and Retreat. I'm going to discard. Oh, yep. I'm going to discard 2 cards because they're not doing me any good. Still waiting on that last end turn. I'm not really waiting for it. It just happens to be. Then I draw. Okay. Now what was interesting is because I had a card that activated 3 units. That left me with one unit here on the board. And when you have 1 unit that hasn't acted, the next card you draw automatically activates it. And so he has a move. Well, he's got a move order. Well, these guys are going to come to Papa here. So it is move objective cautious. So on the rules for this particular mission, it says any American held building is an objective. And if there's none, then it's any American unit is an objective. So he is objective cautious. That would be this part here of the book. That right there, you can't read that column. It says if AI holds sufficient objectives to win, treat as fire. They don't. They don't, because these are all objectives. So if not, advance toward nearest objective, which will be this building. Use terrain, not an enemy line of sight. Okay, well, I have no terrain, not an enemy line of sight to move. So it says not line of sight and providing positive cover factor. If none exist, then treat as a fire. They will treat as a fire. They're going to then, I'm going to just look at the fire. It says, well, it says fire would be largest target. They're 2 here, they're both large. They have the same firepower, but this one's closer. So they're going to shoot here. And it says heavy cover, 0. So he shoots into heavy cover, gets nothing. I'm going to shuffle their cards because it finally ran out. Oh, it's coming down to the wire. I've got some people in the open. The thing is, if I wipe out those 2 mystery markers, I still got mystery markers over here. One there. That one's in the open. I thought I had 2 in the open. I got 1 in the open. Yeah, those other ones aren't budging. I had to advance. I just need to be more bold. The enemy doesn't get as many fire and opportunity fires as I think they do. So I'd actually be pretty safe just being bold and move. This was too cautious a strategy. All right, well, that was the NV8. So they're done. And now I got to do America. I draw my last end turn card. All right. So that means I'm going to keep... I got a storm coming in. I'm going to keep my second wind. It's a rally and a second wind. Discard that. That officially puts me on turn 8. I knew that was going to happen. So this is the last turn I have to score some victory points. I think I'm going to be shy of 15. Alright, so if it looks like this is impossible, it's not impossible, it's me being too cautious. I'm a cautious player. So I think if I was going to do this again, I just need a Rambo. The scenario before this was rescuing Rambo. So that means to me, I just need to get out there and push on these units and hopefully do assault and not be too scared of, you know, taking a casualty. All right, so I've shuffled. I do have reserve movement because that's one of the things of the end turn. I'm outside. I can move 3. See, I'm going to move two points and move right here because I was outside of 3 hexes. Draw my 3 cards. None of those are an end turn. I'm doing the out of the end turn a little bit out of sequence here just because it's the last turn. So I want to get this done for you. Take all my fired and moved off. Ops complete off. Take those off. Boom. Okay, cards have been shuffled. We're good to go. I got this. I'm going to draw 1 card. See who gets initiative to start the last turn. It's a 0, less than the 4 markers. America goes first, and I don't have a fire. I have Bulletstorm, and I got Let's Get 'em. I can move units into assault, though. Let's Get 'em. Move all eligible leg units in 2 hexes that begin the impulse next to each other. I can move a unit here. I would draw here, and then he would check for opportunity fire. Then I could move in. But then this guy would go, he's only got 2 movement points. I don't have enough to move into this jungle hex to kill him. Because this guy, he just needs to get hit once, and he's done. So what I'll do, I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard for my turn. I like some of these cards I have. Take it back. I'm going to discard. I'm going to discard these 2. Okay, NVA goes. They get black triangle, red circle. All right. Oh, where did this guy's? Uh-oh. Oh, he was a green triangle. Oh no, where did his green triangle go? Remember I had like a green circle and 2 green triangles. I think in the process of moving stuff around, I think I lost his green triangle. Where'd it go? I'll give him a green circle. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know what happened to that guy's marker. Well, if anybody watches this and you get to the end and then you're like, oh, I know where it went. I know where it went. I found it. Yeah, I picked it up when I was picking up all the other markers. Okay, we're good. What did I say? I drew a black triangle, have none, and a red circle, have none. That's a pass. Back to America. I draw 2 cards. I got fire. Yes, I even have a fire with power. All right, so now this is where we're going to take out... We're going to take this guy out. Got to. They're going to use 40 millimeter on the rifle. So the rifle unit be the primary fire. So he gets 2. He's in range to get a +1, so that's 3. Add 1 for the grenade, that's 4. And then 5, 6 for the additional rifle. And then 7 for Dixon. Then I add, well, subtract 1 for, oh, he's in the open. So that's 7. That sapper is toast. So first card is a green hit. So 1 of 7 is a hit. So he gets shaken. 1 of 7 is a hit. Gotta remember where I'm at. 2 of 7 is a red hit. 3 of 7 is a miss. 4 of 7 is a miss. 5 of 7 is a hit. 5 of 7 is a hit. He's reduced. 6 of 7 is the final hit. I was going to show you the cards, but let's just get to it because he's dead. All right, so that's the sappers. I've eliminated 3 units. That's 6 victory points out of 15. We're not doing so hot. We're not doing so hot. That's because I wasn't pushing. So he got ops complete. These supporting guys get a fire, so they're done. They can't do a reload and refire because that target's gone. Yeah, I didn't have... Oh, I did have... I'm glad I didn't use the Bulletstorm. That's what I did last time when I had 8 HEF. It's because I had a Bulletstorm. No Bulletstorm this time. All right. Communist forces get a black triangle, black circle. Here's the black circle. He goes from shaken to ops complete. He's rallied, and they're done. America draws a card, which is a fire with a power. All right, that's good. Because see, now I'm going to play fire with a power over here, and I'm going to play it on this rifle so I can use the 40mm grenade launcher. However, they're out of range of the rifle unit, so I don't get to add a +1 for being in range. So it's 2 plus the power, that's 3, and then add 2 for this guy, that'd be 5. Subtract 2, because he's in a jungle, I'm going to draw 3 cards. 1 of 3, that's a hit. I'm going to show you my hits. So he gets shaken again. Oh boy, this guy's been up and down. 2 of 3 is the final hit that he needed. Oh man, okay, so this last turn, we're pouring on the firepower, looks like. So that's 2 more victory points for the Americans. Okay, good. Ops complete on the primary. Right there. At least that's how I read it in the rule book. All right. Communist forces are down to 2 of those things. It's a black circle. No black circle on the board. Okay, back to the Americans. Americans draw. And they get another bullet storm. They got a fire and a bullet storm. All right, well, moving won't help me because I don't have enough movement points to move. Unless I move onto the road. See, because watch, if I do a move, this is 2 rifle units. 1, 2, 3 along the road. I'm going to assault them. I'm going to do it. So I play a move. I'm going to play, yeah. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So we move here, 1. We move here, 2. Now, here's the thing. Because I've moved 2 hexes, I actually get 1 opportunity fire from here because I moved 2, and the unit I move adjacent to will get a shot. So I'm going to draw for them first to see if it's an opportunity fire. They drew an opportunity fire. All right, so I'm going to draw a card. Well, I'll just go off this one. It's opportunity fire. Draw the card, and it says in the open. Oh, no cover. 1 potential hit. I draw. It's a miss. Okay, this guy, now they get a fire because they op fired. This guy, he draws. He also got op fire. They really want to kill these guys. So then he draws, and it says no cover is also 1 hit. And that this time does give me a green, which shakes. Now, going off of memory, which I should never do, but it says if you... let me double check. I think they get the ops complete when you hit a shake during a move. Let me double check. Just double checking. The firing unit gets marked with fired. The unit hit gets marked with ops complete. So I put shaken on here because one of them was hit in the move. But he also gets ops complete. That means I could still move this 1 unit in. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that. So we'll now do combat. This is a, I moved adjacent, so this gets revealed. As soon as you move adjacent, that gets revealed. So we're going to see, I'm going to leave that for revealed. If I'm lucky, it's something really weak, like a rifle unit. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do is the attacker, I've got 2 firepower. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'll draw 1, which is a green hit. And my second one, just because it's 2, is a miss. So he gets shaken. Now, in this case, since this is all happening simultaneously, no one has like the advantage, he gets 2 cards in return. And then you apply the damage. I'm just going to put that there as a reminder. So the NVA gets a green or a red hit, that's a miss, and then a green hit. So they're both, oh, and an intern. So they're both taking a shaken. And then if they both take the same amount of shakens, I think they just stay put. Nobody moves. But since I was just there, because there was a thing on the assault, I got a storm coming in, so that's why it's like, yeah, let's get this done. Yeah, so it says unit may not. The unit attackers, defenders, unit may not. I hate that. If one side is eliminated, the other side remains. If neither side is eliminated, the side suffering the most hits must retreat. If both sides received an equal number of hits, the attacker's unit retreat from the hex. Attackers must retreat back to the hex they entered. Alright, since they took the same amount, the attacker must retreat. They all get marked as ops complete. Yep. Just make sure of that real quick. All units taking part in an assault combat are marked ops complete. So even though we had a fire, I'm just going to take that and make that ops complete. Oh boy. It's only a pain. Oh, and he's revealed just because it's the last turn. So he's in the jungle-ish road. I'm out in the open. That was it. So the NVA. Now the NVA player is done. He's got nothing. So the American player goes. So that's a pass for the NVA. I draw heavy artillery. Oh, I have to have an artillery card to add heavy artillery. So that's a combo I can't use. I got 2 bullet storms and a let's get them. I don't have enough to move. If I had a fast move, maybe I can move some in and try to take out this shaken guy. That's it. That's pretty much game right there. So what we have is at the end of turn 8, I did eliminate 4 units. That's 8 victory points out of the 15 I need. So technically, this is an NVA win. As I hear the thunder rolling in, just quick thought is I made just some mistakes, mostly because I forgot that I activated multiple hexes of NVA. So for me personally, I should come up with some kind of tracker to keep track of that, so I remember to get all the actions fairly done. Otherwise, I think I backed up and caught most mistakes. I probably messed up here in the beginning, moving units in the reserve phase incorrectly, which kind of threw me off because I forgot where they came from. But I think things ironed out in the end, because even with, as someone would call that cheating, I still lost. So even with cheating, I lost. I really think that for the future, though, I just need to be more aggressive. So I'm going to play this again at some point. I am thoroughly enjoying this. I have so many games I cycle through, and I'm glad I came back to this one because the solo system is easy. And if there's like a gap in a rule or something you're not really sure about, I've actually found most everything I need is covered in the rules, so not too bad. So I'll play this again. Maybe I'll try another scenario for everyone to watch. There's nothing that says I have to play the same scenario over and over till I win. That's what I should do, but probably won't. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and if you have questions or comments, please leave those below. And, we'll keep the community growing. Thank you. Bye.